Jai Gurudev. I hope all of you have completed your homework. Yeah, the homework was to read until page 76, till half of the page. Yeah, I hope you've completed Karkati's story, and today we will go ahead. Yeah, so let's come to page 76, to the middle of the page. Yeah, where you see O Rama. So Aditya will read from there now.
O Rama, by merely listening to my words, you will be enlightened. There is no doubt in this. Know that the universe has arisen from the Brahman, and it is Brahman alone. In the scriptures, words have been used in order to facilitate the imparting of instruction. Cause and effect, the self and the Lord, difference and non-difference, knowledge and ignorance, pain and pleasure, all these pairs have been invented for the instruction of the ignorant. They are not real in themselves. As long as words are used to denote a truth, duality is inevitable. However, such duality is not the truth. All divisions are illusory. Once I asked the Creator Brahma to tell me how this universe was first created, and he gave me the following reply. Brahma said, "My child, it is only mind that appears as all this. At the end of the previous epoch, there was the cosmic night. As soon as I woke, at the end of the night, I offered my morning prayers and looked around, wishing to create the universe. I beheld the infinite void, which was neither illumined nor dark. In my heart, I saw subtle visions. There in my mind, and with my mind, I saw several seemingly independent universes. In them all, I also saw my own counterparts, creators. In those universes, I saw all kinds of beings. Looking at all this, I was puzzled. How is it that I am seeing all these with my mind in the great void? I thought of one of the suns in one of the solar systems and asked him the question. The sun replied, O Great One, being the omnipotent creator of all this, you are indeed the Lord. It is the mind alone that appears as all this ceaseless and endless creative activity, which on account of nescience deludes one into thinking that it is real or that it is unreal. Surely you know the truth, Lord. Yet, since you commanded me to answer your query, I say this. O Lord of Lords, near the holy mountain Kailash, in a place known as Suvarna Jat, your sons had established a colony. In that place, there was a holy man known as Indu, a descendant of the sage Kashyap. He and his wife enjoyed every blessing except an offspring. They prayed to Lord Shiva, who granted them a boon. Very soon after this, the holy man's wife gave birth to 10 brilliant and radiant sons. These boys grew up into young men. They had mastered all the scriptures even when they were barely 7 years of age. After a considerable time, their parents abandoned their bodies and became liberated. The 10 young men were sorely distressed at the loss of their parents. One day they got together and asked themselves, O brothers, what is the most desirable goal here? Which is proper for us to aspire to and which will not lead to unhappiness? To be a king, to be an emperor, even to be Indra, the god of heaven, are all trivial, since even Indra rules heavens just for an hour and a half of the Creator's lifespan. Therefore we think only the attainment of creatorship is the best of all lordship, for will it not come to an end for a whole epoch? All the others heartily agreed with this statement. They said to themselves, well then, we should soon reach Brahmahood, which is devoid of old age and death. The eldest brother said, please do as I tell you to do. From now on, contemplate as follows. I am Brahma, seated on a full-blown lotus. All the brothers thereupon began to meditate in the following manner. I am Brahma, the creator of the universe. The sages, as also Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom, are within me in their personal forms. Heaven is within me with all the celestials. Mountains, continents, and oceans are within me. Demigods and demons are within me. The sun shines within me. Now the creation takes place. Now the creation exists. Now is the time for the dissolution. An epoch is over. The night of Brahma is at hand. I have self-knowledge and I am liberated.
Okay, let me stop you there. Yeah, so we saw that here Brahma asks a question to the sun. So what is Brahma's question? The main part of his question is that he was puzzled. He saw, his question was, how is it that I am seeing all these with my mind in the great void? He did not see one, he saw many. Yeah, but there was nothingness, there was just void. Yeah, so the answer is very important here. The sun replies, O great one, being the omnipotent creator of all this, you are indeed the Lord. It is the mind alone that appears as all this ceaseless, endless creative activity, which on account of nations deludes one into thinking that it is real or that it is unreal. Yeah. So basically here he is saying that everything is in the mind. Yeah. Take your mind back to when you are dreaming sometimes. Yeah. In the dream, how you start, whatever you like, you create. Okay, I like this neighborhood, I recreate it in my dream. Okay, I like this bridge. That bridge might be in India, but this neighborhood is in Cincinnati, Ohio. You put both of them together. They are not really there. Yeah. Two people who right now are in two different countries, but you like them together. You put them together. Yeah. Everything is of the mind. Reality is created by my own mind, and then I start thinking this is real. And at the same time, I think it is unreal. Yeah? It is all in the mind. This is what the sun is replying to Brahma. And he gives him the story of the young men who realized that, nothing lasts forever. This lifetime really is nothing, is not even a day in Brahman hours. So, in Brahma time, if it is nothing, then what is the greatest thing to do? Yeah, to be like Brahma, the creator himself. Yeah? And that's how Brahma saw so many other creators. Yes, but finally it is all in the mind. Yeah. I had given you a homework some time ago to see Inception. Did you see that? Yeah, those who have not, you must see that. That makes this understanding a little more clear. How there is a dream, and in the dream, because you like something, you can create it. Yeah, and then you can change things. So that's actually put very beautifully in the movie, and Inception is based off of Yoga Vasistha. So you must see that. Make that the homework for this week. It is available on Netflix. Yeah.
I think also in the earlier page there is a very important point that he has brought up, where he talks about words, and that words are, everything that is being told is really nothing, and words are just used to denote the truth.
So what Aditya is talking about is right in the middle of the paragraph on page 76. You started with O Rama, come to the middle of the paragraph. Cause and effect, the self and the Lord, difference and non-difference, knowledge and ignorance, pain and pleasure. All these pairs, these are all opposite values, all these pairs have been invented for the instruction of the ignorant. Who is the ignorant? The one who is lost in this Maya. in this material world and considers all this as reality. Yeah? For him, how would you explain something?
You always give a reference to what he knows.
Exactly. So that is what we have done in the scriptures. To be able to explain to a 4-year-old kid, you start behaving like the 4-year-old kid. Yeah, you explain A for apple, B for bat. Yes, you go down to that level. That's exactly what the scriptures do. They come to the level of the ignorant and explain it in the language of the ignorant or somebody who is in Maya. Yeah, very beautiful point. Yeah, so far the story is clear. Yeah, we have covered page 76 and 77. Can we move on to page 78 now?
The son continued, Lord, after that, still deeply contemplating on their intention to be the creators of the universe, the 10 holy men stood in contemplation. Their bodies had withered away, and whatever was left was consumed by the wild beasts. But they continued to stand there in the disembodied state for a long, long time, till an epoch came to a close, and there was the great scorching heat of the sun and the terrible cloudburst which destroyed everything. The holy men still continued to stand in the disembodied state with the sole intention of being the creators of the universe. At the dawn of a new creation, these men continued to stand in the same place and in the same manner and with the same intention. They became the creators. They were the 10 creators whom you saw, and you saw the universes too, Lord. I am one of the suns that shine in the universes created by them. The Creator asked the Son, O Son, when thus the universes have been created by these 10 creators, what need I do? What is there for me to do? The Son replied, Lord, you have no wishes, nor any motives of your own. Naturally, there is no need for you to do anything. What benefit do you derive from creating the universe? Creation of the universe is surely a motiveless pastime to you. Lord, creation emerges from you who are free from the least desire or motive, just as the sun, without intending to shine, is reflected in a pool of water without the water intending to so reflect it. Just as the sun causes night and day to follow each other without intending to do so, even so engage yourself in the non-volitional act of creation. For what will you gain by abandoning your natural function? Wise men do not desire to do anything, and wise men do not desire to abandon action either. Lord, you are viewing this universe thus created by those holy men with your mental eye. One beholds with physical eyes only such objects as have been created by him in his own mind, not else. These objects which have been created by the mind are indestructible. Only those objects which have been put together with material substances disintegrate. A person is made of whatever is firmly established as the truth of his being in his own mind, that he is not else.
Beautiful, huh? This is really beautiful. Tell me, which Ashtavakra is this?
4.
Ashtavakra 4. I am not the doer. Yeah, look at the bold words. Yeah, on page 78. Wise men do not desire to do anything, and wise men do not desire to abandon action either. Yeah, there is really nothing to do. You remember Ashtavakra? Everything is happening. Yeah, I am not the doer. I am not the experiencer. Yeah. So if I am not the doer and I am not the experiencer, then what? How do I act? Who remembers? Act spontaneously. Yes, I act by my nature. That is what the Son is telling Brahma here. Yeah, that which is your nature, yeah, that you do. look at the sentence just above the bold line. For what will you gain by abandoning your natural function? Yeah, this is just by your own nature. Yeah, so do not get into rejecting something, rejecting an action. Neither get into I want to do this. This I want to do or I don't want to do. This creates the problem. Yeah. Should I do this or should I do that? Dvandva in the mind. Duality. Yes. And you keep, like a football is being kicked between two sides, two legs or two people. Yeah, like that. Should I do this? No, I should not do this. No, I should do this. I should not do this. And constantly this battle is on. It just does not end. Why does it not end? Because the mind is lost in this, I should do this or I should not do this. So what do? Drop. Completely drop. There is nothing to accept. There is nothing to abandon. Just be. When you are in your nature, in your swabhava, yeah, it will come to you. What needs to happen will happen from you. Yeah. Anyway, it is a river flowing. Yeah. The leaf cannot say, oh, I am flowing I'm going from east to west. No. The river is flowing from east to west. It is carrying the leaf. Unnecessary, the leaf keeps dumping to north and south and screaming. Yeah, I can almost imagine an animated leaf going in the water and screaming, no this way, no that way. Drop. Let go, relax, just flow. Yeah. The flow is anyway taking you there. This is niyati. Yeah, we've spoken about niyati before. Yeah, it just takes you. You become one with yourself. Drop this duality in the mind. To do or not to do. Yeah. So the same thing the sun is telling Brahma, the creator. Yeah. There is nothing to abandon. The wise men do not desire to abandon and they do not desire to do anything. Yeah. So that is the most beautiful lesson you learned from page 78. Yeah? Yep. Can we move ahead? Okay. Page 79 now.
The sun continued, Lord, the mind alone is the creator of the world and mind alone is the supreme person. What is done by the mind is action and what is done by the body is not action. Behold the powers of the mind. By determined thinking, the sons of the holy man became creators of the universe. When one, on the other hand, thinks, I am a little body, he becomes a mortal being. One whose consciousness is extroverted experiences pleasure and pain. On the other hand, the yogi whose vision is introverted does not entertain ideas of pain and pleasure. In this connection, there is a legend which I shall narrate to you.
Okay, before we go into the legend, this is a very, very important paragraph. The mind alone is the creator of the world. Yeah, you remember what happened at the beginning? Yeah, how did you break out from the pool of consciousness? It was I. The mind is the creator. Because of the mind, you broke out into so many individual jivas. Yes, and then that individual jiva again started saying, oh, I am earth, I am water, I am fire, I am space, I am this, I am that. And then everything came out of it. So who's the creator?
The mind.
The mind, right? The mind said, oh, I have a gross body. And then the body came. So always remember this. Action is not what Aditya gets up and does. Just getting up, taking this glass, drinking water and keeping it down. This is not what is really action. the thought that went behind it before even Aditya reached out to that glass. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Yeah? It is the mind that is the creator of everything. That is why karma is created not just by what action you do, by the right or the wrong path that you choose, but karma is created also by the thought. Remember? Yes, your attachment to a particular thought leads to karma. That is the most important point that we get from this sentence, from this sutra. Yeah? That the mind alone is the creator of the world, and the mind alone is the supreme person. What is done by the mind is action. Yes, till today you kept two separate equations of karma. You said action plus emotion is equal to karma, and you said thought plus emotion is equal to karma. Now you understand, oh, thought itself is action. It's not two separate only. Yeah, it is the same thing. Yeah? What is done by the mind is action. And what is done by the body is not action. Yeah? So don't think that your karma is just created by you screaming and shouting and saying bad things or insulting somebody. Okay, I can stop doing all this. But if in my mind I am boiling with that hatred and saying all those things to that person or that person in my mind, I have already created the karma. Are you getting it now? Yes? Yeah. So, most beautiful, mind alone is the creator of the world, of this entire Vishwam. Yeah. Again, so, before again we go into the story of the king Indradyumna, before we go into Indradyumna's story, I would again insist that you watch Inception. This will become more clear. How everything is created by the mind and is only in the mind. Yeah. So definitely take this as the homework for this week. Huh? Okay? Jayashree, you please send them a reminder to rent Inception and definitely watch it. Okay? Chalo. We can go ahead.
In the country of Magad, there was a king named Indradyumna. Ahalya was his wife. In that place, there was also a handsome young man of loose morals known as Indra. One day, during a discourse, the queen listened to a story of the seduction of the famed Ahalya by Indra, the king of heaven. As a result, she conceived a great love for the young man Indra. Ahalya was distraught with love for Indra, and with the help of one of her maids managed to have the young man brought to her. From then onwards, Indra and Ahalya used to meet each other in a secret house and enjoy themselves. Ahalya was so fond of Indra that she saw him everywhere. The very thought of him made her face radiant. As their love grew, the relationship became public, and it reached the king's ears. The irate king, in an effort to break this relationship, punished them in numerous ways. They were immersed in ice-cold water. They were fried in boiling oil. They were tied to the legs of an elephant. They were whipped. Indra said to the king laughingly, "O king, the entire universe to me is nothing but my beloved. So it is to Ahalya. Hence we are unaffected by all these. Sir, I am only mind, and mind alone is the individual. You can punish the body, but you cannot punish the mind, nor bring about the least change in it. If the mind is fully saturated with something, whatever happens to the body does not affect the mind. The mind is unaffected even by boons and curses, even as the firmly established mountain is not moved by the horns of a little beast. The body does not create the mind, but the mind creates the body. The mind alone is the seed for the body. When the tree dies, the seed does not. But when the seed perishes, the tree dies with it. If the body perishes, the mind can create other bodies for itself."
This is beautiful, huh? Yes. Look at the middle of the paragraph, middle of the last paragraph. If the mind is fully saturated with something, whatever happens to the body does not affect the mind. Yeah. But see the condition, if the mind is fully saturated with something, yeah, the mind is unaffected even by boons and curses. So if you still believe in all your tantra, mantra, boons and oh he cursed me and she cursed me, yeah, there's your answer. Yeah, the mind is unaffected even by boons and curses, even as the firmly established mountain is not moved by the horns of a little beast. The body does not create the mind, but the mind creates the body. The mind alone is the seed for the body. When the tree dies, the seed does not. Yeah? But when the seed perishes, the tree dies with it. This is very beautiful. Yeah? Go and look at any of those dead plants outside, yeah? There must be many, many dead plants right now because it's winter and it's snowing outside. Yeah? You will notice that even when a tree is dead, its seeds still have the potentiality of germination when spring comes. Yeah? In the flower or in the fruit, there must be a seed even in that plant. And that seed has the potentiality of germinating in spring. Yeah? But if that seed itself is dead, can the tree ever come out of it? No, na? Just like that. What is the tree and what is the seed here?
The tree is the body, seed is the mind.
The tree is the body and the seed that we are talking about here is the mind. The mind has created the body. Very beautiful paragraph, huh? The mind alone is the seed for the body. When the tree dies, the seed does not. But when the seed perishes, the tree dies with it. If the body perishes, the mind can create other bodies for itself. Now, this is another clue which tells you that you get reincarnated. Yes, it is all the creation of your mind. This body can go on what? 60, 70, 80, okay, with technology today 100 years. Yeah, but if the mind still has vasanas that go on and on and on, that lasts longer than the 100-year span of this body, the mind will create more Vishwam, will create its own world. Yes, it will go out there and recreate the wife and the husband and the child and the mother and the father. Yes, that's what we saw in Leela's story, na? How we went from one Janma to the next Janma, and Leela 2 was just a projection of Leela 1. Yes, just like that, the mind recreates, and it recreates this only from its own raga and dvesha. Yes, so when I have a raga, yeah, it is like a very big seed, yeah, with the potentiality of germinating. It does not matter whether my tree lives for 60 years, 80 years or 100 years. But if my seed is alive, yeah, it will regerminate and there will be another tree that will be born.
I think you can think of it like how a pearl is created. All it is inside the oyster, a little speck of sand goes in. And then layers upon layers upon layers are added onto it, and then the pearl gets created. If there was no speck of sand, the pearl would not have been created.
Yes.
And all those layers are just illusions.
Beautiful. Very nice example. Yes. So this little raga of yours is that one speck of sand. Yeah? That is the seed. That is your mind. That is the raga or dvesha in your mind. And then of course you create your own layers of people, of situations, of things, and you just keep creating. Yes? And that's how your Vishwam is formed. Your world is formed. But this Vishwam comes with an expiry date. And so all these layers of yours might probably go away. But if your seed of raga or dvesha is extremely strong, yeah, it's extremely potent with your emotion behind it, yeah, you could move from one janma to the next janma to the next janma carrying the same seed. All these layers will die, yes, but my seed is still strong. So homework number 2 for you. Do you still have seeds like this which are extremely strong, extremely potent with emotion of love or hatred, jealousy, greed, yeah, extreme passion, extreme attachment, moha? This is homework number 2 for you.
The son continued, Lord, the king thereupon approached the sage Bharata and pleaded that he should punish the recalcitrant couple by cursing them. And the sage pronounced a curse upon the couple. However, they said to the sage and to the king, Alas, you are both of little understanding. By thus cursing us, you have squandered the merit acquired by your penance. Your curse will surely destroy our bodies, but we shall lose nothing by that. No one can destroy the minds of others. However, the sage's curse destroyed their bodies, and on leaving those bodies they were born together as animals, then as birds, then as human couple in a holy family. Till now, on account of the total love for each other, they are born together as husband and wife. Even the trees of the forest were inspired and infected by the supreme love and devotion of this couple. Even as the sage's curse could not bring about the mutation of the couple's mind, even so, Lord, you cannot interfere with the creation of the 10 sons of the holy man. But what do you lose if they are thus engaged in their own creation? Let them remain with the creations of their own mind. It cannot be destroyed by you any more than the reflection in crystal can be removed. Lord, in your own consciousness, create the world as you like. In truth, the infinite consciousness, the mind, which is one's own consciousness, and the infinite space are all one of one substance, pervaded by the infinite consciousness. Therefore, regardless of what the young men have created, you can create as many worlds as you like. Brahma said to Vasistha, Having listened to this advice of the son, I immediately began to create the worlds as the natural expression of my own being. I requested the son to be my first partner in this task. Thus, he was the son in the creation of the young men and the progenitor of the human race in my creation, and he played this dual role efficiently. In accordance with my intentions, he brought about the creation of the worlds. Whatever appears in one's consciousness, that seems to come into being, gets established, and even bears fruits. Such is the power of the mind. Just as the sons of the holy man gained the position of creators of the world on account of the powers of their minds, even so I have become the creator of the world. It is the mind that makes things appear here. It brings about the appearance of the body, etc. Naught else is aware of the body.
Okay. Yeah. So this is so beautiful. Everything is the mind. Yeah. This page also conveys the same thing. Whatever is in your own consciousness, that is what you create as your own world. Yeah. the same husband and wife, Jayashree and Subbu, this is not your first lifetime together. I've told you this before. Yeah, you were together before. Yeah, and then again the attachment brings you back together, and again back together and back together. Yeah, it's not just love, huh? It could be enmity also that brings two people together. Yes. So you see how strong is your raga and your dvesha still. Yeah, in all your relationships. Lifetime after lifetime, janma after janma, you are with the same people, the same batch of people. Yeah, we in office, in most of my projects we work on manufacturing projects there. So we manufacture product in batches. Yeah, like that I'm saying you are manufactured in batches, and again you come back in the same batch, and again you take janma in the same batch. Yeah, you're all together. Yeah, this is batch A. Yeah, this is batch B. Yeah, so Jayashree, Subbu, Sujaya, Himanshu, Lily. Yeah, batch A. Yeah, and then in different lifetimes you'll have different people again. Yeah, or maybe birds, or maybe butterflies again, but all together in the same batch. Yeah, and lifetime after lifetime you come back in the same batch. Yeah, I call it batch production, and it is all done by all the minds in the same batch. So Himanshu is so attached to Jayashree, in his own mind he can, because of the raga of sister, can have the same person projected again in another lifetime. Yes, it's amazing how it works. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Yeah, I call this the magnificent management. Yeah, the highest order that runs this world. Yeah, in my own raga and in my own dvesha, I project the same people, and the same people project me. Yeah. So I will leave you today with this beautiful concept. Yeah, which today is a concept, but with more meditation going within yourself, you will understand, oh, this is all the creation of my own mind, my own Vishwam. Yeah, we'll read the highlighted, the bold sentence. Whatever appears in one's consciousness that seems to come into being gets established and even bears fruits. Yeah. So whatever came into my consciousness, I decided, oh, I want person A, B, C, D. Yeah. And then all these people came into being, and then I get my fruits out of that. Yeah. So my karma phalam is not just my actions with these people, but it goes one step before that. Even in my own mind, because of my raga and dvesha, I have brought these people in my Vishwam. Yeah? The process of bringing these people into my Vishwam itself is an action of the mind, and it bears fruits. That's the karma phalam that I go through. Yeah? So today I leave you with this beautiful sentence. Yeah? The world is in your mind. Yeah? It is all a creation of your own mind. So go to sleep tonight. When you sleep, when you lie down in bed, yeah, this is all a creation of my own mind. Yeah, and then you go to sleep. Okay? And I'll see you next Wednesday for the next Yoga Vasistha session. Your homework is to read the next 2 pages. We read until page 80. So you will read page 81 and 82. Yeah. I will start with page 83. Yeah. After that it's mostly Vasistha talking. So I will start with page 83. So you will complete page 81 and 82 for homework. And remember again, the world is only in my mind. Jai Gurudev.